told you. I told you what it is. And I showed you. Devin Haney, let's get me started. Devin the Dream Haney is the face of boxing. The new way that a champion is handling his business and letting you know behind the scenes, right? Because I'm on here. You hear me? I'm on here. And whether Bob want to do it or not, we're pulling up on him. You know what I'm saying? God willing, he handle his business, Devin handle his business against Regis Prograis, and I always continue to say because you had some juicy stuff and you had the stuff that you want to talk about, but this fight is a hell of a fight. And nobody, who was calling him? Who was calling Regis a punk?
Nobody. He getting discredited more now that Devin trying to fight him than he ever did.
That's why I'm not going to bite into that. But just like I'm not going to bite into that, I'm not going to bite into Calvin Ford.
People trying to discredit Devin Haney after he beat Regis Prograis, I mean, it just makes him look silly in the end because you really can't do it. Because where was that talk? If that was the case about Regis Prograis and they thought he was this or he was that, that talk would have been going on as the fight would have been happening, as the fight would have been being made, as the fight was being promoted. You would have heard all that then. But no, it was always the possibility that Regis Prograis could seriously put Devin Haney out of there, and they knew that. So if they really thought that about Regis from the beginning, they would have been saying that the whole time. And just the outcome of the fight alone tells you that it was a good matchup and not a bad one and nothing to bash. Because let's face it, they couldn't have sold out that stadium unless it was a good fight. Because Regis didn't have enough pull, and let's face it, Devin didn't have enough pull. But it was enough pull, but the fight itself was good enough. It had interest. So the fight alone, the fact that it sold out, proves that the fight was of quality. So that's what destroys people when they saying anything or trying to say anything negative about the fight or anything about Regis for that matter.
You know what I mean? And one thing that I am going to bite into the fact of is that they did that to us as a people one time. It was a particular group, and they were able to manipulate the people, and they were able to not use belts and not do all that. And then they even had manipulation within the sanctioning bodies when the sanctioning bodies came to life, right? But they did their best, and we continue to do our best to weed out all the bullshit by coming on to great platforms like this, like the Boxing Boys.
What Bill Haney is trying to explain that as a black fighter, you have a fight on two fronts. See, in one instance, you have the people who just have a problem with black dominance, black fighters, or just seeing black fighters on top in general, which is actually crazy in a sport that's dominated by blacks, but we'll get on that another day. And then you got the fans of, you know, the Haneys and the Tanks. And what they don't understand is when they join in on going back at each other, that faction or that machine that's used to hate against Devin and Tank, they join in on sides to help. They don't care who's against what. They just don't want you there. So that's what Bill Haney is trying to say right here. That you have a fight on two fronts. So it would kind of help if we wouldn't help, you know what I'm saying, shoot our own self in the foot in a nutshell.
Devin the Dream Haney is the face of boxing. The new way that a champion is handling his business and letting you know behind the scenes.